There's a thing or two Coca-Cola does not want you to know about these bottles. This is El Paso, Texas, a city blending Texan and Mexican culture just a stone's throw from the border. A city that may hold the key to tackling plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is fast becoming a planetary crisis. I'm not talking about rappers in the street. I'm talking about babies being exposed to plastic before they're born. Entire communities in Louisiana, Texas, and beyond are being poisoned by plastic manufacturing, and plastic is literally raining from the sky. Yet this glass bottle, sold here in Texas by the world's biggest plastic polluter, is not just recyclable, it's reusable. That means it can be used, washed, and reused 50 times before it's recycled and used again. Now, that's impressive. So how does it work? You buy your drink at the restaurant, you drink it, and return the bottle. Then the distributor picks up the empties and returns them to a facility that washes, sanitizes, and refills the bottles. Once the restaurant needs to restock, the distributor swaps them in crates for the empty ones.
We have the system of Coca-Cola, returnable and non-returnable, and we have been participating on the program since 2020.
Con la botella empezamos hace cosa de unos 7 años, más o menos.
Para mí, personalmente, me gusta más la de vidrio que la de plástico.
Business owners like the system because their customers prefer drinking from glass bottles. But there's another benefit. Coca-Cola provides a discount to the restaurant for returning their empties, saving the company from spending more on new packaging.
Nos ayuda mucho en la economía. Antes comprábamos así como las normales, que no son retornables.
Ahorramos el que nos den crédito a la Coca-Cola, ahorramos con las botellas. Las otras ventajas es que a la gente le gusta mucho.
La botella de retornable tiene un muy buen beneficio, que no se tira, no se queda en la basura.
It turns out that there are financial incentives to switch to reusable packaging. This is why Coca-Cola is trying out this system with over 100 restaurants here in El Paso, Texas. But why Texas? Well, have you heard of Mexican Coke? It's a thing. Oh, sold in these glass bottles and famed for its use of sugarcane, almost 1/3 of all drinks sold in Mexico are in reusable glass. So in Texas, Coca-Cola is crossing the border back and forth to use the Mexican infrastructure to service the U.S. with its reusable glass bottles. Bottles don't need a visa. So, if it's better for the planet and it saves money, why isn't this idea catching on? In the 1960s and 1970s, when Coca-Cola switched to throwaway packaging, it dismantled its wash hubs and passed the cost of waste management onto towns, cities, and taxpayers. But towns and cities across the U.S. are pushing back, and citizens are fed up with paying for the bill. And companies like Coca-Cola and Pepsi are facing growing lawsuits for the damage caused by their packaging. Well, reusable packaging is on the cusp of a comeback. Almost a quarter of the global beverage industry is in returnable, reusable bottles, and new policies could be helping to bring them back. Despite progress in various parts of the world, the U.S. is a global outlier and is by far the most wasteful country on the planet when it comes to wasted plastic bottles. There are many parts of the world with thriving reusable systems. In Germany, reusable bottles account for more than half of the beverage market. Austria has passed a new law requiring that a quarter of beverages are sold in reusable bottles. Meanwhile, in South American countries, Coca-Cola has switched to a universal bottle used by its brands to streamline logistics and save money. And in Ontario, Canada, and Oregon, there are thriving systems for reusing beer bottles where the producers are pooling their resources. While Coca-Cola has spent years promoting bogus sustainability pledges that nobody asked them to make, there's almost no information about a true reuse option. Why? Maybe because it will reveal that reusable packaging is possible and scalable even in the United States.
Want to let the genie out of the bottle? Share this video.